Welcome, dear students. So today I'll be beginning a new exercise from compound interest using formula. So from exercise 3b, the first question is the difference between simple interest and compound interest on a certain sum is rupees 54.50 for 2 years at 8% per annum. Find the sum. So basically here question is asking you to find the principal. Okay, so let the principal be, so let the principal, or let me just write p. Okay, so let p equals to rupees x. Okay, so if your principal is rupees x, now let's find what is the simple interest. Okay, so your simple interest, therefore simple interest is going to be equal to, so all of you know formula is p into r into t whole divided by 100. So p is rupees x, rate is given to be 8 r, and time is given to be 2 years, right? So it is 2 by 100. So if you do want to do the cancellation, that's fine. So let's do the cancellation. So it is 50. So again with 2, so 2 4 is 8 to 25. So it turns out to be 4x by 25. Okay, so your simple interest turns out to be this much. Now to find compound interest, okay, for compound interest, let's first find amount, because we have formula for finding amount, right? So amount will be equals to, you know, formula is p into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n, right? So p stands for principal is x, 1 plus r is 8, right? Rate is 8 by 100, and time is given to be 2, right? So let's quickly simplify this. So do the cancellation with 4 to the 8, 4 25, right? So this is equal to, see here carefully, x into 25 into 1, 25 plus 2 is 27. So 27 by 25 whole square. Okay, so if you convert this, so we have x into, okay, so first we have 27 square. Okay, so 27 square by, okay, so first we have 27 square. So 27 square is 729. Okay, so 729 into x is 729x. So 25 square is 625. Okay, so remember this is your just amount. Okay, so now let's find compound interest. So therefore your compound interest, you know, you find compound interest using the formula amount minus principal. So amount is 729x by 625. So from this amount I'll subtract the principal, which is, what is the principal? Principal is x, right? So when you subtract, you get, okay, so 729x minus 625x by 625. So when you subtract, you get 9 minus 5 is 4, right? So 2 minus 2 is 0. So 7 minus this is 7 minus 6 is 1. So you get 104x by 625. So this is your compound interest. Now obviously you know that compound interest is always greater than simple interest, right? Yes. So the difference between simple interest and compound interest is given to be this much, right? So according to question, compound interest minus simple interest, okay, so it is equals to rupees 54.40. that's what is given. Now what is compound interest? Compound interest is 104x by 625, right? Minus we have simple interest is 4x by 25. Okay, so we have next 54.40. you can convert this into fraction. Okay, so when you convert into fraction, you get this much. Okay, so solve this. Okay, so you will do it by yourself. Solve and find the value of x. Okay, and after you find the value of x, that is nothing but your principal, and that's what the question is asking you to find. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution till here. Okay, so next we have a sum of money invested at a compound interest amounts to this much in 2 years and to this much in 4 years. Find the rate of percent and the original sum. So that's what we need to find here. Okay, so let's say for 2 years, there are two cases. So for 2 years and for 4 years. Okay, so for 2 years, you have been given amount. Okay, time is obviously 2 years. Okay, and the amount becomes this much. Okay, so you have to find rate and remember principal. So you don't know what is rate and principal. Okay, so for 2 years, you know your amount formula is a amount. Okay, so first let's write what is amount. So amount is given to be 19,360. That's what is your amount. Yes, so formula for amount is, you know, it is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n, right? But in place of n, can I write 2 because time is given to be 2, right? So that's why in place of n, I'll write 2 is equals to 19360. So let me call this to be equation number 1. Okay, now for 4 years, next is for 4 years. So for 4 years, your amount, okay, so your amount is given to be, after 4 years, your amount is going to be equals to exactly rupees 23425.60, right? So that is your formula for amount is again P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. But in place of n, I'll write 4 because number of years is going to be 4. So when you convert this into decimal, you get you have got decimal. So if you convert this into fraction, you get 2342560 by 100. Okay, so call this as equation number 2. Okay, now what will I do is, see, I need to find rate of interest. Rate percent or rate of interest, and you have to find later on the principal. Okay, so what will I do is, I'll divide equation 2. Okay, so I will divide equation 2 by 1. So let's see what do we get if I divide. Alright, so we don't have space here, so let me do it here. Right, so when you divide, so first in the equation 2 we have this one. So P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 4. So this is in the left hand side. So in the left hand side of equation 1, we have P into 1 plus R by 100 whole square. So this is equal to, so we have this one first, right? So we have 2342560 divided by 100. That's what we have. And when you divide by this, so that can be written in the denominator. So you have 19360. Okay, so if you observe here, P and P gets cancelled. Now this thing and this thing both are same. Here we have 4, we have 2. So this will get cancelled with the 2. So out of 4, 2 are cancelled, so only 2 are left now. Okay, now this simplification is your job. So 0 0 is getting cancelled. Okay, now simplify this. Okay, so in the left hand side we are left with, so in the left hand side we are left with 1 plus R by 100 whole square, right? So in the left hand side we have this much. Now in the right hand side, when you simplify this, let's check how much we get. So 23425 divided, 23425 divided by 193,600. So you get this, when you finish the cancellation, you get this to be 121 by 100. Okay, so kindly check after the cancellation you get this much. Now can I write, see we have square here, right? So if I have to represent this also in square, then can I write this as 11 by 10? Obviously, right? So comparing both sides, now see we have square, so remove that, so you get 1 plus r by 100 is equal to 11 by 10. Okay, so solve, see here carefully. So okay, let me solve it for you. So we have from here r by 100 is equals to 11 by 10 minus 1. So this turns out to be 1 by 10. Okay, so from here r will be, so bring this 100, so we have bring this 100 here, so it becomes 100 by 10, which becomes 10, right? So my rate of interest is 10%. Now you need to find what? You need to find the original sum, that is the principal. Okay, so that principal can be found using equation 1. Okay, so I'll just show you a small part of it. All right, so let me create a small space here. Right, so we have using 1. So using equation 1, we have p into 1 plus r is 10, right? So 10 by 100 square is equal to 19360. So when you simplify this, this turns out to be, so p into, this is 11 by 10, this entire thing turns out to be 11 by 10. So square becomes 121 by 100 is equals to 19360. Now do the cross multiplication and find what is the value of p. Okay, so that gives you the answer for this particular question. Pause the video and note down your solution. Okay, so we have another question. So question says, let's try and understand the question. So question says, question number 3, a sum of money lent out at compound interest at a certain rate per annum becomes 3 times of itself in 8 years. Let's understand a sum of money. So there is some money, we don't know how much is that. Okay, so that's why we will take this to be, so let my principal be rupees x. Okay, now a sum of money lent out at compound interest at a certain rate, so rate also we don't know, so we will take rate to be a small r itself. Okay, becomes 3 times of itself in 8 years. That means amount becomes 3 times of the principal. Okay, so in 8 years, it is given that amount will be equals to 3 times x, 3 times the initial amount. Okay, so formula is, you know, it is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, right? So this is equals to 3x. So from here we have p is x, right? Okay, so we have 1 plus r by 100. Do we know rate? We don't know. Now what is n? Time is given to be 8, right? So this is 3x. All right, now so x and x gets cancelled, right? So we have 1 plus r by 100 to the power 8 is equals to just 3. Okay, so let me show the cancellation using another color. Okay, right, so this turns out with this much. Now here you must be knowing one formula from laws of indices. A to the power m is equals to b to the power n can be written as, so just write a, this power m goes here and becomes n by m, remember this. Okay, so when you bring this power to another side, it goes to the denominator of the power. So in the same way, here from here you get 1 plus r by 100. If you keep only this one, this 8. Okay, so basically what is the power of 3 here? Power of 3 here is 1. So that's why this 8 goes to the denominator and it becomes 3 to the power 1 by 8. Okay, and let me call this to be equation number 1. All right, I hope this one is clear. So you may note down this formula, whatever I had written earlier, right? Fine. So let's see another case now. That is in how many years? That means next part they are asking how many years. Okay, so let's see the second part. In how many years will the money becomes 27 times of itself at the same rate of interest? Okay, so let the required time be y years, let's say. That means therefore in y years your amount is going to be 27 times of itself. Okay, so that means 27 times of itself means it is 27 times x. Okay, again let me put the formula. So it is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, right? So n is, in place of n we'll write y because we don't know the value of time, is equals to 27x. Now what is principal actually? Principal is x, right? So in place of p let me write x for you. So we have x. Again see here, x and x gets cancelled, right? So similarly if you observe here, if I write this as 1 plus r by 100 only, this power y, so we have 27, here we have power to be 1, so this power y goes to the denominator, right? So it becomes to the power 27 to the power 1 by y. So let me call this to be equation number 2. Okay, now see, in the left hand side we have this and in the left hand side we have this. Are they same? Yes. So using 1 and 2, so since left hand sides are equal, I can say that the right hand sides will also be equal, right? So this one, that is 27 to the power 1 by y, will be equals to 3 to the power 1 by 8. That's for sure. Okay, now what will I do is, can I write this as 27 as 3 cube? So we have 1 by y in the power, so we have 3 to the power 1 by 8. Okay, so you know this can be written as, so this can be written as 3 to the power, so 3 into 1 by y is 3 by y. So this is equals to 3 to the power 1 by 8. Yes or no? So therefore we have, so on comparing gives you, so here in the base we have 3, here also we have base to be 3, so that's why the powers has to be same. That is 3 by y will be equals to 1 by 8. So when you do the cross multiplication, it turns out to be y equals to 8 into 3 is 24, right? So that means at last you will write this at last. Okay, so therefore after 24 years, y stands for number of years, right? So after 24 years, the money becomes 27 times of itself. Okay, so that means after 24 years your amount, the principal, that is x, is going to be 27 times of itself. Okay, so that's what we need to do here. So you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's take one more problem. So question number 5, Kamal and Anand each lent the same sum of money for 2 years at 5% simple interest and compound interest respectively. Okay, that means we have, see here carefully, so we have for Kamal, two cases are there, so for Kamal, okay, and another is for Anand. Now Kamal is lending some money. Okay, so we don't know what is that amount, so let me take the principal, that is the money lent, to be rupees X. Okay, so both of them, Kamal and Anand, takes rupees X as the loan. Okay, and they are taking loan for how many years? Time is given to be 2 years and rate is also given, but Kamal is taking at simple interest and Anand is taking as compound interest. So for Kamal, let's find what is the amount. Okay, what is the amount? Okay, so or let's find compound interest in simple way. Let's find not compound interest, let's find the interest earned by both Kamal and Anand. Okay, for Kamal, so since he is taking at simple interest, so let me write simple interest. Okay, your simple interest is going to be P into R into T. P is X, rate is given to be 5% into time. Time is given to be 2 years. Okay, by 100. So this is exactly how much? X by 10. So this is the simple interest earned by Kamal. Now for Anand. Okay, so since Anand is opting for compound interest, first let's find what is his amount. So amount will be equals to P, principal is X, into 1 plus R by 100, that is 5 by 100 to the power N. N is number of years, which is given to be 2, right? So this is X into, so you know this turns out to be 20, I'm sorry, 5 ones are 5, so this turns out to be 21 by 20 square. So 21 square is 441, so 441 X by 20 square is 400. So this is the amount, right? Now let's find what is the interest earned by Anand. Okay, so therefore compound interest. So compound interest is amount minus principal, that is 441x by 400 minus principal is x. So when you simplify this, you should get 41x by 400. So this is your compound interest. Okay, now obviously Anand will receive more because he is opting for compound interest, right? So Anand receives 15 more than Kamal. So basically, according to question, what is given is difference between compound interest and simple interest is given. See, they have taken the same amount. Remember, earlier both of them had taken the same amount as the loan. So that's why here the difference has to be compound interest minus simple interest is given to be rupees 15, right? Now let's put the values. So we have compound interest is 41x by 400 minus simple interest. Simple interest is given to be x by 10. So this is equals to 15. So solve and find the value of x. So that x will give you the amount of money lent by each. Okay. So first find x, you will get your principal, and they're asking you to find the interest received. Okay. So find the simple interest after that using this, and find compound interest, or you can write interest earned by Kamal will be x by 10, put the value of x, you will get. Now interest earned by Anand will be 41x by 400, put the value of x, how much ever you get, you will get the compound interest earned by Anand also. Okay, so today we will do only this much, and with this we close for the day. Okay, thank you very much.